Action. Whoa.
By night. Spooky. Scary.
Wait.
Cheetos popcorn.
Hello, everybody. He wasn't ready!
Oh, hi, Mark. Halloween themed ASMR. Falls onto the mic. Stop.
I'm Sam.
I'm Amy.
And I'm Bowser.
I'm a werewolf.
Look at these bad boys. Hayden, why don't you have your costume on?
Because it's hot.
Here, slip one on so the camera and walk in front of the camera and present yourself.
You guys talk about you.
Okay.
It's gonna be just there. Don't even have to put it out all the way.
So, I am Bowser from the hit movie Super Mario Brothers. I think this whole getup was like collectively $10. Yeah.
This is the Fit Brothers. Go ahead and compliment my sewing skills because I hot glued everything. Thanks.
Yeah, she made her whole costume.
Whoa, even the flannel?
Ugh.
Duh.
Roar. I'm a dinosaur.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Grr, okay.
Whoa.
So we have the Koopa King,
Mm-hmm.
a lizard, and the good boy.
Day of the day.
Welcome to the episode where I will probably be eating most of this candy. This is our Halloween Spooktacular.
Ooh.
I really hope you could hear that.
Stop. I'm gonna edit out all of this ASMR.
No!
Don't do it, please.
Like if you want ASMR videos. So, what are we drinking today, fellas?
Half a voltage.
Uh,
Whoa.
I'm excited about this one because I haven't brought this on the show yet. It's Rockstar Recovery. It's the mango lemonade.
Ooh.
I tried that out for the first time like last week. Boy. So today we're going to be talking about some movies, some
Whoa.
Halloween movies.
Oh yeah.
As you can probably tell in the title or description, we're going to be talking about Werewolf by Night and some zombie-themed movies.
Ooh.
Like Paranorman
Ooh.
and Zombieland.
Ooh. I should have brought my Bill Murray.
Oh, how tragic!
I'm so sad.
Amy has a Bill Murray Funko Pop from the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Y'all give us ideas on what to do. We're gonna do like a theme for each Halloween of like this year is zombies, but there should at least be a family movie and then just like a whatever Halloween movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, give us suggestions. You don't have to do it right this second.
No,
Just
do it
have
right now.
Okay, right now.
Or else. So
Well,
I got chains. I look pretty edgy today in a little bit, and these horns are okay. Let's just get
Don't
into it.
touch them. Don't
Why
fall
not?
off. Stop. You're stressing me. Stop.
Okay, so let's start with, what do we want to start with? Do we want to start
Let's do Wolf by Night.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about the new MCU Marvel special, what's it called? It's special feature. We're looking at the, I think it's called
Television special. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
What else has Michael Giacchino done?
He's done music mostly. He's
Oh,
done
he directed it?
yeah. So
Interesting.
Michael Giacchino, he's mostly known for like he's done the Thor movies. He's done Up.
He did the Batman.
Oh, did he? Oh yeah, he did do the
Oh
Batman.
yeah. Because he did
Ratatouille.
Incredibles. Yeah, he does a lot of the Pixar movies.
That's fun.
Whoa, Mission Impossible, Jurassic World, Marvel, okay, and Star Trek. Whoa!
Yep.
That's pretty fun.
General thoughts about it. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
You?
Because it's something different for
Just Marvel?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. This year for some reason I wanted a monster movie, and I was excited to hear that there's a monster movie, especially if it's I need to not move my hands. Especially if it's Wolfman. I think Wolfman or like werewolves are cool.
Well, they haven't done a werewolf movie in forever.
I think it could be the most interesting.
Well, last time that they did, I mean, this year's just the year of the werewolf. That's the fun part. Because we got The Quarry in like June, and that one's based off of werewolves.
You got
And then
Sims
Sims
4.
Yeah, Sims got werewolf DLC. Like a month after The Quarry. I wanted to cry. I was so happy. And now we have Werewolf by Night. It's super fun. It's the year of the werewolf, everybody.
What did you think of the short?
I mean, I like it for the most part. I mean, we just got done watching it. So it's like, just all fresh, and it's like, ooh, I need to let it simmer. Need to let it simmer overnight for me to get actual thoughts in.
Hayden?
Yes.
Yes, meaning.
You can be honest with us.
Well, I was just thinking like there's a lot of gore in it, and I think maybe this would have been a good introduction to that, like more like gory elements through like the MCU, like opposed to the first one that comes to mind is Doctor Strange 2, like when they started adding like more blood and like implied gore and stuff, and this one had
Or even Love
a lot
and
more
Thunder.
stuff. Yeah, and Love and Thunder too, but like I feel like this would have been a good starting point for it instead of like some of the other stuff. But
Is
I
this...
liked there was a part in the end that I really liked. We'll talk about later.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what the rating is. Because I just looked, like, when it, like, pops up with, like, the rating and why it's rated like that.
Oh, it's TV-14. So it's like, technically, it's like...
It's for older audiences.
Yeah, it's not TVMA, but it's...
It's not rated R, but it's... Like, it's on the...
It's
like,
PG-13 scale.
Yeah, well, like,
Yeah.
it's...
Well,
it's a little
14.
more extreme than PG-13. Whoa.
It's a whole year's worth of insanity.
Yeah.
Sorry, kids. Can't do that.
Sorry, 13-year-olds, you're not allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like they could have made it more gory. But also, I really like... I guess it doesn't really... We know that there's a werewolf in it. Whoa. Mind-blowing. But just the transformation.
Yeah.
Like, how they did that was really good, because I was scared that they were going to show a whole lot. And that would have been not fun.
Yeah.
But I love what they did show, because that's, like, the best kind of horror. Is just, like, you don't need to show everything. Like, just let your mind imply what's happening.
I'm not just looking at my phone. I'm getting notes.
I'm not looking at my phone.
I mean, I am looking at my phone, but I think something that I said to my roommates when we were talking about this yesterday, because I've actually seen this 3 times now. I watched it by myself, like the day it came out, and then all my roommates were like, "Yo, let's watch it again," or not watch it again. Like, let's watch it. I'm like, okay, because it's like 10 o'clock, and they're like, "Let's watch a movie." I'm like, "No, I want to go to bed soon." And
But it's a full moon.
yeah.
You're like,
I guess I have to. Then we just decided, like, okay, this is a shorter movie. It's not even an hour long. Let's just watch this.
how long was it? Was it just like
52 minutes, I think. But then we watched it tonight, just barely.
Mm-hmm. You liar! It's 53 minutes.
Kill me now, please. But one thing that I wish it wasn't called Werewolf by Night. I think it should have changed its name.
Mm-hmm.
I think it should have been The Hunt for the Bloodstone, or like the Bloodstone Hunter Party, or something that didn't talk about the werewolf, because that would have been cool. Or The Curse of the Bloodstone. Ooh, I like that one. I like that one a lot.
Mm-hmm. Because then it kind of gives away the werewolf.
Yeah.
Because like you see the monster that they're fighting, and it's like, ew, you're not a werewolf. You look like a nature Cthulhu.
You look like a man, but like a thing.
Wow. I wish they made his eyes red, since like at the end when they have it all in color,
yeah,
and his eyes are originally red, they could have just kept the red in there.
I really liked Man Thing. I think a lot of the cast is fun. I like. So I have a list of some of the names. Oh, I have. We can't look at that.
Starts crying immediately.
Yeah. I have a list of like I have them off the top of my head now. Of just like random people. There's Elsa Bloodstone, who is like not the main character, but like sort of is.
I would say she's the main character.
Yeah. It's either her or our werewolf man, Jack.
Dude, freaking Jack Russell.
I was really hoping that you didn't look at the cast until.
Well, I already suspected him that he was gonna be the werewolf.
Well, I was hoping that you didn't look up his name, so
so I want to make fun of it.
No, so we could make so I could just expose it and be like the hero of the podcast and be like, hey, guess what?
It's Jack Russell, like the dog.
yeah. But I think he's a real person in the comics.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
That would be actually hilarious if he's a completely new character that Marvel was just like, dude, let's call him Jack Russell. They're like, dude, that's smart.
Oh, what else?
I wish they got more of the other hunters' personalities. Because then I had a feeling like either Jack, I didn't think Elsa was going to be the werewolf, or the other guy, the
big dude?
Yeah, big man.
His name's Joven, I think. It's Joven or John or Josh. No, it's Joven. It's Joven.
Yeah, I was thinking one of those two is probably the werewolf.
Yeah.
But then we started tracking Jack more, and I was like, and especially when they showed off Man Thing, I was like, oh, he is probably the werewolf. Uh-oh.
Did you watch the trailers before?
I watched it when it first came out, and it was kind of just like in through one ear, out the other.
Yeah, because I watched the trailer, and then you could immediately tell that it was Jack. That was because I think I felt like I knew that it was him before. Like I knew who Elsa Bloodstone was in the comics.
Mhm.
And that was really it for all the characters in that. And Man-Thing. But I didn't know Man-Thing was going to be in it until I watched it.
Yeah.
Which Man-Thing is cool. Let me find.
Is he just like Swamp Thing?
I don't know.
Or are there some differences?
So.
Because Swamp Thing's pretty interesting too.
So.
I like him.
Like all of the comic book characters who have weird body modifications, they're all like scientists who tried to remake the super soldier serum, and but this one was supposed to be specific to where is it? Because
Whoa, he's from Florida, dude.
yeah. He was. Where is it? Oh, it was the initial thing, like the initial experiment for this is called Project Sulfur. What?
I'm reading what Hayden pulled up. It's just a quick Google thing of like, is Man-Thing a copy of Swamp Thing? And it's like, yes. The writer for Swamp Thing, his roommate. What is
Wait,
it?
his roommate made Swamp Thing?
No, he made Swamp Thing. His roommate made Man-Thing.
That is hilarious.
Wait, page over previous which one is?
Oh, there's no accusations of plagiarism.
They kind of just shared the same idea.
Yeah. But that's actually really funny.
I love that. That's super fun.
So Swamp Thing is basically just a nature entity.
Yeah,
That
he's
just looks
connected
like-
to
yeah.
he's connected to what's called the green. So he's like, ooh, I protect the green. I'm here to save the earth. Please don't touch my swamp.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Literally, he's like a kind of nicer version of Shrek. He's also hilarious in Harley Quinn's show because he's just a hippie.
Ah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Man-Thing's like origins is that when he was helping experiment. He was at what's called Empire State University, which is a great New York fictional university.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't have a university called Empire State University. I'm not sure if that's actually true, if there is one.
We'll never know.
So they were like the army came to the university and they're like, "Yo, we want to see how your biochemist students do in like an experiment." And they went to the biochemistry like group and they found Ted Sallis. Ted Sallis is a professor there, and they're like, "Yo, we're trying to make a serum, a super soldier serum, basically that's like main purpose is to withstand biochemical warfare, so like toxins and gases and whatnot." And so Ted was the lead guy on it, and because of all the biochemistry and whatever the just open it.
Okay.
Yeah, so his DNA got messed around with after some of the tests, and he became what's called Man-Thing. And it's just a tragic thing, like a tragic story of failed science experiment, which is is a lot of like monster figures in the Marvel universe.
That's a lot of just scientist in all comics.
Yeah. I need to find his crazy cool move that he did a lot in the special. I didn't want to say show. I didn't want to say movie because it's a holiday special.
Like when he
grabs.
Little Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he like grabs someone, they like disintegrate and like melt
Yeah.
into ash.
Hold on, where is?
From what I know of Swamp Thing, he just basically has like the same origin as oh my gosh, Poison Ivy, but like from Batman and Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Just one of those.
So here are some of his powers. Man-Thing is a being composed of vegetable matter formed by a mixture of mystical energy and swamp mutagens. Mutagens? M-U-T-A-G-E-N-S. Mutagens. His powers consist of malleability, meaning that he can pass through like fences and like sort of just ooze his way through stuff. He has flight. I didn't know he could fly. Superhuman strength. He has chlorokinesis, which is being able to control and manipulate plant life.
I didn't know that's what it was called.
He has superhuman durability. He has empathy / acidic secretion, meaning Ted's brain. Wait, as Man-Thing, Ted's brain is no longer centrally located as when he was human. Wow. Let me start that again. As Man-Thing, Ted's brain is no longer centrally located as when he was human. Mutated analogs of his brain cells are unevenly distributed throughout the volume of his head and torso. Inhuman in its function, his brain is incapable of reason, thought, or long-term memory. The Man-Thing does not have a sensory apparatus, the location and nature of which is unknown. Yeah. So his brain is spread out throughout his body. He has reality displacement through his access of the nexus of reality. Silas, so that's his last name, has the ability to transport settings from different dimensions onto the primary Marvel universe. Wow. So he can just alter reality. It's whatever. He can make himself big with size enhancement. He can have interdimensional travel. He can teleport. He can regenerate. That's a good word. This is X Z E L Z I O H R. We're gonna do Zelsior.
Excelsior.
Ah,
Dude.
I should have just I should have just assumed.
That's the one.
Yeah. So that's the language that he speaks. Yeah. He has Phoenix Force, which I don't know. Phoenix Force is a cool energy from the X-Men universe, I guess.
I guess you can go watch one of the movies.
Dude, where in the heck is like the crazy like ability where he can touch stuff? Like he makes contact with you and like can just disintegrate you. It's insane.
Yeah.
But like
I mean, just watch the special.
Yeah.
I would probably recommend this one since it's shorter.
Yeah.
And it's actually worthwhile. The one thing I didn't like though is when they're in the like where all the coffins are, and she breaks open one of them, and there's like bugs, and they're like obviously CGI bugs.
Well, that's because they used all of their CG on Ted. On Man-Thing.
Well, like it also makes me wonder, like, did they just originally make everything black and white, or did they just film it as whatever, then did like a black and white filter over it, so like some of the CG looks questionable in black and white. Because, like, Ted looked okay in black and white, but in, like, at the end when it's colored, he looks real good.
I think he looked great either way. All of like the CG team, I swear, or VFX teams, I think their sole focus was Man-Thing. Because everything else was pretty practical.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think priority was first Man-Thing, then doing touch up on the wolf, on Jack.
Yeah, I do like how they did him.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it's like it's not like as goofy as like Wolfman, but then like it's not like overly done.
It's not like
it's
Twilight
nice,
where it just turns into a wolf.
Yeah. That's so boring. But then also making them like how they are in the quarry, where it's just like, oh, they're just a human with like their arms and legs just a little bit longer, and their ears are pointed, like elf ears, and that's it. And their eyes are yellow. Whoa. It's like, cool. I want something like Skyrim. Give me something beastly like that.
No, I want like cats.
What? No, get this. Before we left, I was saying bye to Dad. He's like, "Oh, you guys gonna go do cats?" I was like, "Yep." His first look at me. He's like, "Kids."
You were the.
That was when you called me, and that's why I was very like, "What's?" I was in a whirlwind of just like, please, I just want to go.
Are you petting your arm, Amy? Because you like to touch your arm.
It's nice and soft.
It is very soft. Mm-hmm. Have you touched it, Aiden?
No. Oh, very soft.
But yeah, I liked how they did this one. Like, it was a nice updated version of Wolfman without using a lot of CG.
Yeah.
Even though I feel like I could have used it, because sometimes it just looked like he was just like skipping and hopping around everywhere. I just saw like one of my hairs just fly off.
Your hairs are like everywhere.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Some of the characters were pretty cool.
It's the whole show of like, what was I gonna say? What's happening?
Where am I? I like the cast of this. Some of the people in the cast that I like was the stepmom. The stepmom is great.
She kind of reminds me of like an off-brand version of Kathy Bates from she's from The Shining.
Kathy Bates.
Not The Shining. What's it called?
Like Psycho?
Not Psycho.
Kathy.
Her.
Oh
Yeah.
Kathy Bates from
what is
the
it
one
called?
where she has
Misery.
Yeah.
That's what it's
the one that scarred me as a child.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could watch that movie if we're gonna go over movies that like traumatized us as a kid.
I want to watch it. But yeah, wasn't she in Annie too? She was She
was the
Miss Hannigan.
Yeah.
We love you, Miss Hannigan.
She was also in The Office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was the one that she's good.
I love
She's
her so
good.
much. She's in Waterboy too.
Mom was wrong again.
Mom was wrong again.
We don't want you playing no foosball. To get back on, I like the look of all the other characters.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really like the characters that weren't Joven.
So just everyone else.
Sorry, let me continue. Joven, Elsa, Jack.
I mean,
the stepmom, but then we have the greatest character that was ever put in the movie, which is the henchman guy who's old. I love him so much. He goes all out for his part, and it's so good.
I love how he's just like down for whatever.
Yeah.
When like, just like his master at the time just dies right in front of him in the most horrific way ever, and he's like, "Oh, so what would you like me to do?"
He's like
And she's
the
immediately
main.
like, "Clean this up," and he's like, "Okay, I guess."
Well, he's like the Minions from the hit movie The Minions, where they're just like, where they're like
Despicable Me.
no, from Minions, where like how they are in Minions, where the prelude or the
The opening.
yeah, it's just like boss.
Hey, boss. Could you imagine instead of the minions, just a bunch of pink guys? Or just all filthy Frank's characters? I'm gonna cry.
Joji, will you take an acting opportunity to like become the Minions?
No, Joji's busy doing his music stuff. You gotta ask Filthy Frank.
Oh, Frank.
Sorry, Franklin.
Well,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wish that other like hunters got more delved into. I also wish that they didn't like just do all humans. Like they could have done like an alien or like
those
an
are monsters.
elf.
Those are monsters, technically, in the monster hunt. If they're not human, they're monsters.
So they're just a bunch of racists then. Speciesists.
Yeah, I was about to say there are other races there. There's Asians and blacks and Hispanics. I think Jack is
Yeah.
well, he's a Hispanic actor, I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
or
he's-
Latino. We're gonna say Latino. I think Latino is the more correct term.
Yeah,
But-
he plays Hector in Coco. But yeah, it just makes me think of Skyrim because I've been replaying it, and it's like, y'all are a bunch of racists. What the heck? So everyone's like, dude, only Nords here, loser. And they just hate everyone, and I'm like, I hate it here.
You
I
know what
love-
hate more?
I love that I chose an elf character, and everyone's mean to me.
Well, you know what I hate more than that? I hate that Hayden put this candy bowl in front of me.
It's aesthetically pleasing. Just don't look at it.
How can I not look at it? It's right here. Anything else we should talk about the werewolf movie, the show special?
Do you have any thoughts, Hayden?
Oh yeah.
I really liked at the end there was a comparison to Wizard of Oz
Yeah.
when
me
it
too.
started playing Over the Rainbow with Judy Garland,
Mhm.
and like how in Wizard of Oz it starts off in black and white and goes to the colored. Like at the end of the special, it did the same thing when it started playing that song.
Mhm.
It went from black and white to colored. So I thought that was
Yeah.
pretty cool
Yeah.
comparison.
Yeah, I loved that. That was super fun.
And also the shot when the werewolf is like in that hallway and the door's like shutting slowly and it's like getting blood all over the screen and stuff. That made me
Mhm.
think of that scene in the Batman where it's like dark
Mhm.
and like only like the lights flickering from like the guns and stuff.
Mhm.
That's what that made me think of, was like kind of
Mhm.
similar. So that shot was pretty cool how it just like slowly panned in as
Mhm.
it played that out.
And I like how it's a one shot too.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if they did like splatter the camera or like the lenses on it.
No, what you mean, like actual splatter? Like
Yeah.
I think it's CG. It would have to be. I think it's CG
Yeah.
or animated. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Here's the real question though. Is the blood in the show also chocolate syrup just like in Psycho?
No. They
Debate in
used
the
real-
comments.
They use real blood.
Whoa. On to our next movie.
What a transition.
I know.
We're gonna do Paranorman.
Woo! You guys hadn't seen this one before until I suggested it, right?
Yeah. I'll be honest. When I was going into it, I'm like, oh, this is about the kid who lost his dog, who tries to perform an experiment and starts a zombie apocalypse. But that started out to be Frankenweenie. Then I'm like, no, this is the one where there's like the people underground and there's a lot of like cardboard boxes.
No,
I'm like, wait, no, that's box trolls. And then finally,
a completely different studio.
yeah.
They're all white. They're like, never mind.
And then finally, I'm like, wait, no, I'm not gonna watch a trailer. So I started the movie and I'm like, wait, this is completely different. Why is there a pervy old druggy man?
His uncle.
Yeah, his uncle. Disgusting. But let's not get into the movie quite yet. General thoughts. I thought it was dang good. I think out of all the movies that we're talking about today, I think it's the best one.
I like it because I didn't rewatch it for us to talk about it because I've seen it like a few times. But it's been like a year or two. But I like watched like a quick like overview of it and just like get the rundown of it. And it's so fun because it has like all the tropes of like horror, or like making fun of the tropes of like horror movies. And then they reference horror movies. And it has like the same kind of message as like Everything Everywhere All at Once, which I liked. This one is more like kid-friendly version of it though. They don't delve super deep into it, but like deep enough.
Well, they also have a gay character in it, so it's super cool too.
Yeah. He was the first one in an animated movie. And they didn't make a big like, gay guy in our movie, whoa! Everyone look at it! It's very casual.
Hayden?
I haven't seen it in a while, so I don't know how much is that.
It's okay.
Well, at first I hated the animation style. I was like, this is disgusting. I don't like the look of it. It doesn't groove with me. And then,
it's literally stop motion. People put their blood, sweat, and tears into it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I don't like stop motion. But then it started to not be, I don't know. It started to then like be better, and then it like was like, okay, I'm fine with this.
I really liked the end of it.
Oh yeah, the ending animation is sick.
With like the witch. How she glows. It's so cool looking. Stop! You're gonna rip one off.
Will it hurt?
Yes. Stop! Don't do it. Save it for the end. We have another movie to talk about.
Oh, okay. So there's some pretty banger lines in the movie.
Did you write them down?
I wrote a couple of them. Let me find it.
I have one off the top of my head. That's pretty good.
My favorite one though is the uncle is like, swear. He's like the F word.
That's so good.
I'm like, no way.
There's a lot of funny quotes in this movie.
Then we got Alvin, who
is that the friend?
No, that's the bully.
That's
he's a dude, and he just can. He goes to everybody's grabbing hands, and then he just grabs Courtney's butt cheek, and she's just like, no, my hand, Alvin. He's like, okay. And I thought he was gonna go for round two, because he like walked up like after like during like the epilogue, and he's like swinging his arms, and as he was walking, I thought he was doing a wind up, and I'm like, okay, thank goodness that's not happening.
We love some casual sexual harassment.
No, I do not. I do not.
Another pretty good one is so it's after the zombies come to the town and everyone's like freaking. Okay, also another thing, just the guy like he's in like an alleyway and he like is getting stuff from a vending machine and he looks over and the zombies are just coming at him, but he's like just sitting there just like, I just gotta get myself home. Go faster, please. He's just hanging out like, come on, go a little bit faster, please. I just want my stuff and go.
Come on, we don't need the.
Not the wholesome one.
Yeah, we don't need the wholesome ones. Don't make me throw this hummus. It's spicy. And then like the uncle's like,
Hummus, no.
I don't want the spice.
Hummus.
Or not believing in the afterlife is like not believing in astrology.
Who says that?
That's his mom.
Oh, okay.
Which the mom and dad in this is absolutely nuts. Like, it's like when you think like they literally talk about politics. I was going to say poltergeist. Politics, and I think the dad's liberal and the mom is conservative, and I think they try to make that into like a point in the movie at some point, and they try to just have the stereotypes just fused into them, which is I don't know.
I can't remember this. I just know.
One of the dad's first lines is like, "I may not be a liberal," or.
Wouldn't he be the conservative one?
Is that not what I said?
Said I may not be a liberal.
Oh.
You said, oh yeah, he's a liberal.
He said something. He said the word liberal at one point. But
I know that people have been comparing him in like worst dad ever compared to like Chicken Little's dad. Just being like, yeah, I think this dad's worse than him.
Is the dad pretty bad in Chicken Little?
Yeah, he doesn't listen to him. He's like, why can't you be cool like me when I was a kid? Playing baseball. Why are you such a loser? And like only thinks that he's cool like after he wins the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then immediately after he's like, "No, I saw aliens. Please, you gotta listen to me. I was cool for like 2 days." And the dad's like, "You're not my son." We gotta rewatch that movie too.
What was the line that he said? And me and my roommate were watching it together, and the dad says some line at the end of the movie. He said like, "I knew you could do it," or like. He
what
said,
a liar!
Yeah, he said something, and my roommate was just like, "Why did he say that? He did. He's like the villain."
Wait a minute. I'm being a supportive father, I promise.
Okay,
Oh, this is 2012? Dang.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like the bit where zombie dude was sitting in between Norman and Courtney. I think Courtney's the sister, right?
Yeah.
And he was like muttering stuff, like he doesn't speak. Like nobody can understand the zombie because they're dead.
Other than Norman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they were all like complaining in the back, and the dad yells back. He's like, "You guys better settle down," or whatever. And
the
then
classic dad line.
And then Courtney, like the mummy, the zombie, like is muttering something, points at Courtney, and then Courtney's like, "Mom, tell the zombie to stop saying stuff about me." And then Norman doesn't say anything. He just goes to the next scene.
Wow.
Mitch was pretty cool, the brother, the older brother to the kid that looked like me as a child, but he looks like me now. The older brother who's just jacked like me.
Yeah. Do you know some of the actors in it?
There's some pretty good ones.
Courtney's Anna Kendrick.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. And I don't like how some of the women are thick in this movie. Let's just put that out there.
No, it's so good. Stop.
Another good character is the police officer.
With her classic line of like, hey, you don't shoot at people. That's what the police do.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that's when the zombies are attacking.
Yeah.
And, like, everyone, like, gets out their guns.
Yeah, they went into, like... Where was it?
They're in Massachusetts. It's, like,
Yeah.
off-brand, like, Salem.
Yeah.
They didn't get the copyrights for Salem.
Mm,
It's, like... I can't remember.
it's fine.
Yeah.
But the story's fun. Let's just move on to the story. The story's great.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea that there's just certain people who are cursed with like ghosts, like the sixth sense of seeing ghosts and being able to interact with them,
Mm-hmm.
and then how the kids just looks crazy, just walking around and be like, "Hey, how's it going? Oh, how's it hanging?" And then Amelia Earhart or whoever who's impaled by a tree branch is like, "Never heard that one before." And
I love that transition of, like, showing him walking down the street and then talking to, like, a rat that was run over and not seeing anything, whatever.
Yeah.
But then, like, it, like, flips the camera around, like, him, and then you see all the ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone just being like, "Duh, look, there he is, the boy.
The boy who lived.
Whoa, Harry Potter, that's crazy."
Mm-hmm. It's paranormal instead of paranormal and Paranorman. They change it. It's the same thing, but it's paranormal.
I hate this.
I looked the camera dead in the eye with pure conviction. And I'm like, this is a banger.
I just rolled my eyes and looked at Hayden like, just please kill me now.
Kill me.
Can we end this, please? I'm so tempted.
Well,
I just
for
want to
this?
flick it. Oh my gosh.
Ow!
Stop.
Ow! I flicked my horn and it just like pulled my skin. Like, that's what I
That's why I didn't
expected.
do it.
That's what I expected, but I didn't expect it to hurt. Oh my gosh. Stop some chaos. Norman is sort of like he's just an exact parallel of DJ from Monster House. He sees stuff that nobody else can. He's called like a freak, and his parents hate him. Specifically, their dad.
Dude, one of the lines that the dad says is like, it's like after he has one of his visions, and Norman's like, "Oh, dude, I like just everyone was mad at me." He's like, "I didn't want this to happen. I wish I wasn't born like seeing dead people." And the dad's like, "Yeah, me too." And it's like, no, no, Dad, no, stop, stop touching him, stop, stop doing that, stop.
Ah, it's starting to come off.
Stop.
Okay, we'll keep on going.
Mario, why have you done this?
So now I'm a unicorn. Can you see this pretty bad?
Yeah, it's bleeding.
Ah! I pulled off one of my horns for the listeners. This is like yeah.
This is unhinged.
Yeah.
So continuing on with the story of Paranorman.
Yeah.
So Norman has visions of like something bad's gonna happen, and his uncle, his crazy uncle,
who's drugs. He's
No, he can
addicted
also-
to drugs.
no, he also sees dead people.
Who's addicted to drugs.
But yeah, he's like, Norman, just you gotta read this book to this pile of dirt over there. And he's like, "Dude, hummus." And then he goes home and then dies and goes to visit Norman in a toilet. And he's like, go get the book because I'm dead, obviously. I'm talking to you through a toilet. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want me to keep going with
Yep,
this
keep-
kind of...
Keep on going. This is yeah.
This is the speed run to this story. Yeah, and then, while he's going to get the book, the bullies follow him.
No, the bully follows him because he was interrupted by his impromptu dance number in front of some two women who are giving him attention. And he's like, "You ruined my dance moves. Now I gotta come beat you up." And he's like, "I could have gone."
Is that serious?
Yeah, because he's blitzing past on his bike or something, and like
This
knocks
man is
him
doing
over.
a Fortnite dance in front of two women.
Yeah.
Two middle-aged women who just don't care.
They're like high schoolers.
They're like a bunch of 13-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh! But yeah, he gets the book and then he starts to read it and then it's like, oh dude, this is just a bedtime story and then the zombies
It's
come to
Sleeping
life.
Beauty.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I was like, it's like Cinderella or something.
I watched it last night.
Yeah, I shouldn't question you. He might gaslight me though.
Abraham Lincoln was in the movie.
Whoa! Was he a vampire slayer?
No, it was sort of like how it worked in Hot Rod. He was just randomly there. Wait, no, not Abraham. Wait, no, it wasn't Abraham Lincoln in Hot Rod. It was Ebenezer Scrooge with a goose.
With a goose?
Yeah, he's like, "I've got a goose." Okay, right, continuing on.
Zombies come back to life, and they go into town, and they're freaking out because it's like, whoa, modern day stuff? Don't know what that is. And then all the people are like, shoot him!
Mm-hmm. Kill her in the head.
Get him!
That's a line.
Oh, really?
That's my roommate's favorite line of the movie.
Wow.
Other than my boyfriend's really into chick flicks.
But dude, my boyfriend loves chick flicks.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the zombies are like, we just want to go back to bed, please. And Norman's like, okay, but you guys also murdered a little girl in court, and what the heck, guys? Whoa.
And double crown. Then, because like what they're supposed to do is read this book and they go to sleep for like the year or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, each
But
year.
instead Norman's like, "I gotta put a stop to this now with my pointy hair and everything." And
you guys are just not dealing with it. You
yeah.
guys are just putting it off. Bunch of losers.
And then he visits the.
The unmarked grave of the little girl, Angie.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's Aggie. It's Agatha.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. I don't know how to read.
I think it's Agatha Harkness. Like.
No, it's Agatha. Man. Agatha Pendergast.
That's Agatha Harkness's.
That's WandaVision.
Yeah. Well, I thought that. Well, it's like sort of the same idea, like the background, the origin story of her in WandaVision. So I'm like, oh, I assume that they're the same name.
Dude.
But
Whoa.
because it's like she's
They
a
just took
she's
a
a
Marvel
witch.
character. She's a witch. Yeah, and then yeah. So then he just like. Norman just talks to Aggie and he's just like, hey, what happened to you was wrong and I'm sorry, I know exactly what it's like, because the whole moral of the story is like, just like be nice to things that you don't understand, like you shouldn't be afraid of it, you just gotta go with it with kindness, which is basically the whole premise of, or like half of the premise of Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
But yeah. So then... So then she finally goes to sleep for the rest of her life, and so do the zombies.
Yeah.
And then now Norman is the cool person. End of the movie. Let's go.
Well, Alvin was.
No.
You guys were matching for a second there.
Yeah,
when
well,
you took off your
Yeah, well,
Big
while you were
sad.
talking, I took off my other horn, and then like 5 seconds after, your
You
fell off.
did this.
Mine was on purpose. Yours was on accident.
It's because I just hot glued it in like one spot, while this one I did it in a bunch of spots. Oops.
Oops, they see.
No. Anyways, that's Paranorman.
Well,
Yeah. That's.
another good line. Okay,
He's just the line machine.
yeah, great lines like she's like, watch out, I'm gonna punch you in the boob. He's like, no, these aren't boobs, these are pectorals. And then he gets punched, and then he's like, oh, my boob. That was a good line. Yeah, that was mini me. I like the cast of it, or like the characters in this movie. It just is very it's very campy. You have the weird kid who's gonna be the hero. You have the friend who's also weird but is very supportive, even though he doesn't understand what's going on. You have the preppy sister who stumbles across a really hot man.
The jock.
Yeah, and all the jock wants to do is just lift, because when he picked up the books and when they're in the library, he didn't read them. He just curled them when he was supposed to be reading, and then they had this overly dramatic drama teacher. Yeah, there's a lot of characters.
They have like a lot of fun and unique characters.
Yeah. Oh, another great part of the movie was where the zombies come into town, where they first see like the redneck guy at the vending machine. He's like screaming, and he's like waiting for his chips to fall out of the vending machine so he can grab it and run. But then the zombies got too close, so he turned around and ran. And then he heard the drop of like the chips, ran back, grabbed the chips, and then bolted.
I wasted my money.
Yeah,
$1.
And then he went into like, I think it was a bar or some sort of like diner, and then told everybody about it. And then the rednecks of Massachusetts came out, and they're like, we're gun owners. And then one lady pulls out a shotgun out of like her hair, like, you know how
like the big like Texas hair.
Yeah. It sort of reminds me like in like Mulan, where they have like the little like chopstick looking thing.
Oh yeah.
And instead of like pulling out one of those, it was just a shotgun.
What a woman.
And then it showed like the zombies being brutally attacked, like in parallel to how zombies usually are. They're viciously being attacked.
There's one part where it's like the zombies come into the library and everyone else, or like they had locked everything up so the zombies wouldn't come in, but then the zombies got in anyways. But then it's like all the townspeople that are like breaking through, and like their hands are going through like the windows and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a scene from, I think, one of like the classic zombie movies. I don't know if it's
Probably Day of the Dead.
either Day of the Dead or
Dawn of the Dead.
Or what's it called? Evil Dead.
Mm.
One of those zombie movies. But another reference is
To Salem Witch Trials.
whoa,
That's like just
crazy.
the movie.
The part where I think Norman's at home and like his phone rings. First off, it's the Halloween theme, and it's, what's the friend's name? Is it
can't.
Neil, that's his name.
Neil.
But yeah, and he's just like, oh hey, look out your window. And he looks out, and it's the same shot from, I believe, Halloween. It says that it's Friday the 13th, which I don't think it is. I've seen this shot in Halloween.
Where he's just standing
And-
out there.
Yeah, he's standing there with like the bed sheets,
Mhm.
and he's wearing a Jason mask.
But that also happens in It.
Yeah, well, they're
But
all referencing one another.
they're referencing just horror in
Whoa,
general.
that's crazy.
Some cool shots that I liked in the movie.
Anything with the witch is pretty good.
Yeah,
like especially like
the
witches.
ending bit where just the whole setting changes.
Mm-hmm. The lighting is
yeah,
good.
and the electricity like super cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I forgot that this was like stop motion and actually not ugly. I think if they updated the animation and like they made it modern day, I think it would work. I think it'd be good, but all in all, I think it was a pretty decent movie. Would I watch it again? Probably. I totally would if it was more updated. If it was updated animation, I'd be very into it.
Yeah.
I'm just not big into stop motion. I appreciate all the hard work that don't call me baby. Better be intimidated, like Darla from.
Boy, you were complaining about beard glue being on your head like 5 minutes
Okay,
ago.
hold up. You
Yeah,
can't
dude.
you can't call me a baby for not liking stop motion. Like you can't.
How could I be a baby for not liking something? What's happening?
Yeah, I am not a baby if I don't like. Yeah, I'm not a baby if I don't like something. Wait,
I love how offended you're getting.
I know. I hate it because you call me a baby for no reason. I'm pissed. Very pissed.
He's slowly taking off his costume.
Yeah. Well, it was choking my hands. I can feel them.
That's why you.
I can't make them any looser. But Paranorman, good movie.
Pretty
Good, wholesome, but also dark movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! I need to talk about the grossest scene in all of animation. When the uncle dies, he's like trying to get like the book out. Like Norman's trying to get the book out of his hands,
And
and he's like moving him around. He's like Rick Morris is like set in, so he's like stiff, and so he's like moved him up, and then
I know exactly what you're talking
and
about.
then like he pulls the book out, and he's like stood up, like arms are straight out, and then all of a sudden he tips forward onto Norman, and his jaw opens up. I'm like, please no. And then the tongue falls out. I'm like, that's disgusting. And then when he tries to push him off, the tongue's just flopping around everywhere. It's the grossest thing.
Okay.
And like everybody who knows who I am, I hate spit. Like anything that is like saliva related is so disgusting. If I were to watch Lilo and Stitch, where the booger is like dripping down the front of the.
This is saliva.
We're doing the saliva rant right now, and it's just disgusting. I hate it.
Imagine how long that took just to animate that tongue.
Yeah, it would have taken forever. Because that thing was flopping around like nothing. Like, and it was seamless too. It wasn't like you couldn't tell it was stop motion on that tongue. It was flopping.
Were you impressed with it or more grossed out about it?
I am
Yes.
grossed out about it.
Yes.
For that one scene, it knocks you down from like a 7 to like a 6.
Just so whoa.
Yeah.
Oh,
If that wasn't in there, it would have been a 7. It's disgusting.
I mean, I'm gonna keep mine a 7. gross tongue or not.
Time to move on to the next
Okay.
movie, Zombieland.
Woo.
I watched that also last night. Zombieland is a fun movie. Like just meaning that it's not a serious movie whatsoever.
It's so fun.
And it doesn't try to be this crazy storyline. It's just pretty generic, and it's just there for the zombie enthusiasts, the people who liked Walking Dead, I thought all around it was fun. It had your generic stereotypes of the nerdy loner kid who hasn't ever had any contact with a woman before, and that's all he wants. And then he also has to kill. And
I love how he has a set of rules.
yeah, and that's like
So
that ties in. Then you have Tallahassee, who's like
Well,
the
nerdy kid is Columbus.
yeah, nerdy kid is Columbus. Tallahassee is the not afraid
Dude,
of
I'm so
anybody,
happy.
not afraid of anybody, and just loves to
He's
kill.
just a cowboy. He's just
And-
looking for, what are they called? Twinkies. And he keeps stumbling upon the snowballs.
So
I
funny.
feel that so much.
Yeah.
No, not the snowballs.
Oh, we didn't get to look at a hostess. I didn't look for a hostess at the Maverick just barely, because
that would've
there
been
is
so fun.
such a good
amount, like
Well,
variety.
no, like they have a limited flavor, and it's pumpkin spice for like the cupcakes.
Ooh.
So good.
Sam, do you want me to go through the rules?
Let
Or
me
not
explain
yet.
other characters.
Okay.
Tallahassee is the strongest man alive and is unstoppable
He's
unless a
played by-
Twinkie gets in the way. He's played by Woody Harrelson. Jesse Eisenberg played Columbus. And then you have Wichita. Is Wichita?
Wichita.
Yeah, Wichita is Emma Stone,
Mhm.
and her thing is like, I gotta protect my sister. I gotta let my sister do whatever, and that's like, I guess I
Her
feel like
little
that's a
sister's-
stereotype a lot. And then her little sister is Little Rock.
Yeah, Little Rock, played by Abigail Brensill.
Yeah, what is she from? Like what other like?
She was in Zombieland too. Whoa. She looks super familiar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Little Miss Sunshine.
Never seen that one.
August, Signs.
Rango.
Rango. Is Priscilla the main character in that? Or the main girl in it? Or
No, she's too young. She'd be way too young to be main character.
oh, true.
Or
Oh, she might be the little kid in it.
Oh.
Dude, she's Rosebud.
Oh. Wait,
Wait, which one's
Rosebud?
Trish?
In the Santa Claus?
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't matter.
I feel like it's an easy group of characters to do stuff with. Like they're easy to like do whatever with. Like you can like take them out of this movie and put them in another movie
Yeah.
and have them do
they're
other situations.
the tropey characters.
Yeah. Dude, we can't. Oh no. Who is she?
Amber Heard is.
Oh, she's.
Oh, she's 406. Who's? I did not recognize that. Amber Heard is also in the movie, which is great.
She's the first zombie that Columbus kills.
Yeah, and she's the one that like comes over and is just like, that's why she looked familiar. Holy cow! I'm like, what is she from? And instead of pooping on the bed, she tries to.
Stop that right now!
I tried, so I'm like, I better just throw this line out as quick as I can so I don't bust up laughing. But instead, Amber Heard, instead of pooping in Columbus's bed, she tries to kill him.
Dude! Oh, Okay, so Bill Murray's also in this movie as himself,
Yeah.
where he just kind of just camps out at his house and just dresses up as a zombie and pretends to be one. But reading it, it was originally going to be Patrick Swayze, but then he died. And here are the runner-ups. There's Sylvester Stallone, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Matthew McConaughey,
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
yeah,
Joe Pesci.
Yeah, Joe Pesci, Mark Hamill, Kevin Bacon, and Justin Hoffman.
I think if they didn't do Bill Murray, I think Kevin Bacon would have been good.
I think Matthew McConaughey would have been pretty fun too. Or even Kevin Bacon. Ooh.
I think Kevin Bacon, Joe Pesci. No, Joe Pesci wouldn't work.
Bill Murray was so fun, especially what they do in the second movie where they they start off the zombie apocalypse with him at an interview for Garfield 3. And like the person that's interviewing him is a zombie, and it just shows him just like just casually just walking out of the building, grabs a metal chair and starts beating the zombies. It's so good. I love it so much.
And he looked like $100,000. I cut that out. That was a stupid joke. I just grabbed $100,000 out of here.
Whoa. Do we want to talk about all the rules?
Yes, because that's a really cool aspect of just like stuff that's brought up.
It's super fun. So,
Rule number one.
Rule number one is cardio. So just being
which
able
is
to
a
run away.
great. I love the visual of it, of where they're like running, where he's like running through like the parking lot, and because there's rule number one is cardio, and then double tap is number 2, and then 3 is beware.
Ziploc bags in a deleted scene. What?
Where's seatbelts? Oh, seatbelts is number 4.
Yeah.
Because like they do like the little introduction of Columbus and how he has all these rules to keep him alive. It just makes and how they showcase it is so good. Of having him run around this parking lot, and because he needed to go into the bathroom, and then he realized he needed to go to the bathroom because he has irritable bowel syndrome. So he has to poop a lot, or he can't poop. No, he has to poop a lot.
Dude, to me he feels like a Virgo with all these rules. But I feel. But yeah, so the number 3 is beware bathrooms, because it's just a small cramped area. Number 4 is seatbelts, which that should just be a generic rule anyways. No attachments. That's like referring to like, oh, just because your best friend is a zombie doesn't mean you shouldn't kill him. Or like you should kill him anyways because they're a zombie now. They won't become your friend no more after that. Cast iron skillet.
Travel light.
Yeah, travel light. Get a kick-ass partner. I can see that being when he meets Tallahassee. Just being like, yeah! Get a kick-ass partner!
Because you don't see all those rules.
Some of them are probably also from the second one.
Oh, is it from the second?
Oh, it's also like promotional videos. So they probably did like little training videos with Woody Harrelson and Jesse Eisenberg to like talk about like hey, this is what you shouldn't do in the zombie apocalypse. Be careful.
And with your bare hands, is that what that says?
Yeah.
So I assume that you shouldn't wait.
I don't know what that one means.
We'll assume what it means. Then don't swing low. I'd imagine it's like I'll always go for the head.
Yeah.
I'll kill him.
Use your feet. Probably just like running away. And all that stuff. Bounty paper towels.
Is that the brand is Bounty? That's funny.
I don't think they were sponsored by them. No way.
Well, at some point while we were recording, we didn't notice how much space we still had on our camera. and we ran out of film space. And yeah, so we're dealing with no more visuals in the rest of this video. So sorry about that.
Bowling ball? Oh,
Ball.
bowling ball.
Oh, and that was. Oh, the lady from there's somebody in the Paranorman movie that followed that rule because everybody drops all their weapons and suddenly there's a bowling ball that was dropped.
Whoa. Don't be a hero. That could be for anything also.
Like don't try to do something risky.
Yeah, don't try to be the superhero from other superhero movies. Whoa. Just try to keep yourself safe.
Mm-hmm.
Limber up.
Which one is limber?
You should just do your stretches.
Oh, that's right.
Because I remember
Yeah,
he was
'cause I'm
doing
like,
he was doing stretches when he's with Tallahassee, and Tallahassee's like, "What are you doing? Let's just go."
Yeah.
He's like, "No, I got my stretches." Then Ziploc bags. That's from the second movie. I can't remember what that one's about. Probably also just a bounty paper towels one. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Avoid strip clubs.
Some of these also might be. There's that. You haven't seen the second one.
I have not seen the second one.
There's a scene where they meet their doppelgangers, and it's what's his face. Anyways, Columbus's doppelganger also has like I think he calls them his commandments or something like that.
That's
and so
hilarious.
like there's just a scene where they're like bouncing back off each other like what their different rules are. So I think some of these don't like go into like detail in the movie. They just like he just says so there's like it's just kind of a quick round of like.
That's probably what Ziploc bags is and bounty.
Because I think Ziploc bags actually, I think that is in that scene. Columbus says Ziploc bags, and the other guy's like, "Well, I try not to use name brands," so he just says like just baggies or something like that. Because I remember that too.
That movie, the second one's so fun too. Cause is it Tallahassee's doppelganger that's like the lady from Vegas?
No, he also has a
okay,
guy that's like because they get the monster truck from him.
Oh yeah, yeah. Cause I can only think of the Vegas lady. Yeah. Is her name just Las Vegas or Vegas or can't remember her name.
It's like I think it's something in Arizona.
Let's see. There's Madison. It's just Nevada.
Oh, that's kind of boring.
Well, because of Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a reference for Elvis and stuff.
Yeah.
Is Albuquerque the Owen Wilson's brother? Is he the doppelganger to
Albuquerque? Yeah. To Tallahassee.
Yeah. There's Berkeley. There's Flagstaff.
Flagstaff is what's his face? Columbus's doppelganger. Also, everyone's just named after cities that they're wanting to go to, or they're from. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I think is a cool. I think that's an interesting thing, and I like how at the when you meet like Emma Stone's character, like when you meet Wichita and Little Rock, they're like it's like what's his name? Woody Harrelson. Like Tallahassee just goes in, and like before Columbus, and it's just like, okay, where are you guys from? I don't care what your name is. And what does her name end up being at the end of the movie? Isn't it like Christine or like Kathy or Carly?
I don't know if it actually.
Because she says her name at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Krista.
Okay.
So was Emma Stone and what's her name in the new movie?
Yeah, it's all the same.
All the same actors.
Yeah, all the same main four characters.
Some fun moments in the movie. For sure, just the idea of Tallahassee always needing to get a Twinkie, and that's his only motivation.
That's his life goal, is just to have another Twinkie.
Yeah. And then I also like the
I forgot the zombie like plague is just a strand of mad cow disease.
oh really?
I forgot that's what it's called, and they just called it mad person disease.
I thought that was just a joke, like just saying we used to have mad cow disease. Now it's mad person's disease. I thought it was just a throwaway joke.
First line of the plot is 2 months have passed since the strain of mad cow disease mutated into mad person disease. That became mad zombie disease. That's so good.
Yeah.
But it's also just in the United States. It's not like all over the world. Which kind of makes sense. I'd imagine everywhere in what's it called? Like just like the whole like continent of like North America and South America, like all of that would be
The Americas.
zombies. Yeah, zombies. Actually, no, they could travel over to Europe. So never mind. The world could be at stake. Well,
Probably.
well, because Alaska, like if like the islands go so close and then the water freezes over, so then they can run over to Russia.
Do they do that in the second movie or something?
No, that's just what refugees from Russia would do to escape.
Yeah.
And go
That's
to
what the Doukhobors did, baby. Doukhobors, wild group. It's like the Amish, but Siberian.
Wow.
Go look them up.
Anyways.
They burn all their stuff when they get to too much technological advancements, which includes their clothes. So they're just like butt naked, burning all their stuff.
In the cold? That's insane. I would never.
Well, Doukhobors are just insane in general. Not to make fun of Doukhobors, but their culture's dying out, so like you can make fun of it because it was in the past.
Anyways.
There's some comparisons between the characters like Little Rock and Tallahassee. They only have one goal. They don't care about surviving. They just want to do their one thing, which hers is going to like the amusement park in California. I can't remember what amusement park it is, but it doesn't matter. I think it's just
amusement park in Pacific Playland.
Yeah.
It's in Los Angeles.
I'm like, I know it's a body of water that's named after. And then he just wants a Twinkie.
Yeah. And they have a whole like father-daughter thing going on too.
Oh yeah.
Which is always cute. Well, found family.
Whoa. He also lost his dog, Buck.
Yeah, he tells Columbus that he misses his puppy Buck that was killed by zombies, as well as his addiction to Twinkies, which is actually I can't talk. Which he actively tries to find. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally forgot that Wichita and Little Rock were like trying to steal their car.
Well, yeah, that was their whole thing. Cause like I don't remember Little Rock at all in the movie.
Really?
So like when I looking at advertisements, I thought it was just the three. And then and when they introduce Wichita and Little Rock, it was like, oh, she's gonna die. You have to kill her. And then it's like super emotional, and it's like, oh, I can't kill her. Like Columbus is like, I can't kill her, and then Tallahassee's like, I'll do it, and then Wichita was like, no, she's my sister, let me do it. Which I'm like, that's weird, but I guess this is gonna be a weird, dark storyline thing that's gonna matter at some point. And then it's just like, gotcha. Why'd you give me your gun? I wouldn't shoot my sister. And
I forgot that's what happens.
Yeah, because this is right after they have the grocery store scene where all the fat zombies are there. I don't like how all of a sudden Emma Stone, Wichita and Little Rock, just end up leaving those two behind, just because. Like, there's no reason behind it.
I
They
can
just-
see it being like, oh, we're getting too close to them, we're getting too emotional, we just need to do our one thing that we wanted to do.
And I think that's so dumb.
Oh,
Just-
they have their own rule. That's trust no one, just you and me.
Yeah. Oh, did you know that the guy from School of Rock is in this movie?
Which one?
The Ned Schneebly, not Jack Black, but the like his roommate.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's the gas station pump dude. You see him die in the opening scenes because when they're explaining rule number 3, the bathroom.
The bathroom.
Beware the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
But in a flashback, when you see Wichita and Little Rock, I can never remember Little Rock for some reason. They're conning this guy out of money, and it's just like, oh, I've lost my wedding ring. It's terrible. And she's like, but I need to go on my flight, and if you find out, I'll give you $3,000. And so she's like, oh, okay, I'll find it. Also, you're hot. Please marry me instead, even though you're engaged or whatever. And then Little Rock comes up and is just like, I found this ring. And then he's like, oh, my friend was looking for that. And she's like, there must have been a reward out for this, right? And he's like, yeah. And then for some reason gives money to the kid from the gas station register, which is stupid. You should never pull money out of the register when silly. I don't like it.
I mean, it's probably like, oh, well, just give me all the money to your thing since you have a reward coming. So just give me all your stuff.
I don't think the guy is the owner of the place.
I mean, he's gonna get what, $300,000?
$3,000.
$3,000 for just getting this lady her ring.
But then he
doesn't
got conned out.
He got.
Mm-hmm. What else?
On their way to Pacific Playland, they go to Hollywood and crash at Bill Murray's place because it's Tallahassee's crush, his celebrity crush is Bill Murray.
That's so good. And I love how Little Rock has no idea who he is and doesn't really care. And so Columbus is like, we're gonna go watch Ghostbusters. And so they watch Ghostbusters in the theater.
Oh. Wait, Wichita doesn't know or Little Rock doesn't know?
Little Rock doesn't know.
Okay.
Because Little Rock's the little one.
Yeah. Because then
And
Wichita and Tallahassee find
him.
Mm-hmm.
And then they smoke pot with each other.
Yeah, I
And then
forgot
they all dress up in Ghostbuster outfits, and Tallahassee has a replica phaser or whatever from the movie, and then Bill Murray just has a vacuum.
Yes.
And they're just recreating that one scene with the chandelier. Best part of the movie I think was the Bill Murray scene.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to talk about him dying? Because that was the worst part, and I was so sad.
No, it's actually so funny though.
It's funny, but it's like, no, Bill Murray, no!
Imagine Bill Murray dying in real life.
Me being like, no, don't throw it out into the universe, and you just cry.
What if that's just how Bill Murray actually died? There ends up actually being a zombie apocalypse.
And Jesse Eisenberg kills him.
Yeah.
But yeah, after... Do they stay at... Sorry, I'm trying to see if they stay at Bill Murray's house.
after the movie.
After they kill him.
Yeah, they stay there, and then the next morning, that's when they go to Pacific Playland,
Mm-hmm.
and then Tallahassee has the really cool 2 hand pistols shooting an entire mob of zombies surrounding him, and yeah, I don't know what else to talk about this movie. The movie, it was fun, but I don't know if I'd visit it again. I think I'd watch the second movie just to see what happens.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I feel like I like this one more than the second one because then they just bring in doppelgangers.
mhm.
And like the whole story of it is also kind of generic. This one has a lot more fun with it.
Mhm. The opening was really fun, having like all of the like showing just all the zombies going around and doing stuff. Showing like the fat people go first. Cardio is your #1 rule, and having the zombie running after a overweight
smart.
man like running on a football field. And he's like, "Yep, they're gone."
Ooh.
Anything else you want to talk about in that movie?
Nothing that I can think of. Was there an end credit scene of this movie or no?
I don't remember that. I didn't see it if there was one.
Okay.
Um,
Because the second one does, and is that one more into Garfield stuff? Okay.
yeah. I'll have to watch
So
the second
good.
one. I was gonna watch it today, but I was actually way too getting busy in between work and this.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, I guess that's it for this episode.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. We have our Instagram page. That's at AJS_podcast.
And my art page at Babby_Yammy.
Yep. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify or wherever you're listening.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're just listening to us on like Spotify or wherever, look at our YouTube channel. It has
We do
other
extra.
stuff.
Yeah, we do
Like
extra
last
content.
week we did a game of Horrified.
Mm-hmm.
You'll also be able to see our faces. Like right now we're on camera.
Whoa!
Yeah. And yeah. What else? Remember to keep up on your cardio. Seatbelts on always.
Double knot your shoes.
Yeah. Double tap too. Don't just if you're gonna commit murder, shoot them to make sure they're
At least
dead.
make sure that they're actually dead.
Yeah.
No witnesses, but also don't murder anyone, please. I don't condone it.
The wholesome part of the movie. Enjoy the little things. The
very best.
yeah. What's the line? It's
Whoa! Get clean socks.
that's not it. What's the
Enjoy the little things.
Yeah, is it just enjoy the little things?
Yeah.
Rule number 32.
And what you don't understand, don't be afraid of it. Just be kind to it until you know what it is.
Read Sleeping Beauty every year.
Or watch the movie. It's pretty
No,
good. The mission.
read the book.
Okay.
Keep away the witches.
And talk to your monsters like they're your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
His name's Ted.
Yeah, don't call them by their monster name. Call
Yeah,
them by their actual name.
Yeah, call him Ted, not ew, monster, gross.
Man thing?
Man thing, gross.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, this has been the Average Joe Show. Most likely of duos. See you later.
Goodbye.
That's not how you stop it.
Oh,
Pumpkin pie.